Hey guys, welcome back. We got another little interview here. Thank you for hopping on here, Pops, and Hudson from AirTac Customs.
Hey guys, great to be here and interviewing to talk about the HTK Winter Series.
Yeah, man. So help us understand a little bit. You're helping sponsor this series. Um, what is AirTac Customs?
Yeah, so the long and short of it is I started AirTech Customs about 2.5 years ago. Right now, I'm a college student studying engineering, but I loved playing airsoft and specifically speedsoft. And I knew that there was, gaps in the market when it came to rifles, and I really loved tinkering and building stuff. So really, what AirTech is all about is making very innovative but functional and also stylish products for the market. So many people know in the space that our flagship is the carbon upper receiver, lightweight, real carbon fiber. Most people have seen it or seen someone use it, um, or use one themselves. But essentially, what I stand for is making really new products that get people excited about the sport and the industry, and that really aligns with what HTK is doing here, or HTK and Elite are doing here, trying to kind of revamp the whole tournament scene as we know it. And when Pops came to me and said, Pops and I have had a relationship for a while now, and when he came to me and said, uh, we're trying to do this new thing that really no one's done before on the scale that we're going for, I was very interested. I was like, let's do it. So that's why we're here and talking about it, and I'm definitely excited to be a main sponsor of the Winter Series.
For sure, for sure. And I mean, Pops, you care to elaborate? I imagine you would vouch for Hudson here on his equipment, would you not?
I would. Yeah, that's the reason he's here. It's the sponsors who've been selected to be a part of this series is a big deal for me. It's people in the industry that I think stand out, that want to make things better. They want to make things cooler. They want to add color. They want to do something different than just everyone else. And it's important that that's being transpired across all platforms here. That's NSL, SpeedQB, whatever, right? Like if you play airsoft, look at his products. They're pretty awesome. So it's been a lot of fun to get to know him. I got to meet him first time, I believe, at NSL when you were at HTK or at Shot Zone.
Yeah, that's what it was, I think.
Yeah, so I got to meet you there, and then we got to connect even further down in Texas,
In a way,
and just I've really gotten to know you, and just the way you look at things is important for me because it's the idea is behind it is you're trying to make it better. That's it, right? So
full
I'm
stop.
doing the same. That's it. And if you can align those ideas and thoughts together, then honestly, that's the reason you're here. It's cool. So appreciate you being a part of this and really giving back to the community. And that's what I have loved about meeting you and understanding your background as studying engineering and you're in for the sport, and that's what I love about it. So appreciate it.
Now,
Absolutely.
we talked a little bit about uh, your flagship model, the carbon uppers. People are, in general, it doesn't matter what, like to see stuff in person. We have vendor row here. So, will you be bringing some of your items to show off that people can see in person? Because I feel like that's always a big thing, is like just being able to pick it up.
Absolutely. So I want to make an effort to get out there for at least the championship. I know I want to be there for the finals. So we've got a ton of products. Of course, a lot of people have seen the carbon uppers; they've used them, but we've got a lot of new stuff coming in 2024 that I'm very excited about. For example, we just teased or put up the pre-order of our aluminum edge grips, and that was what Pops and I had been going back and forth on. It was something that we both thought needed to be improved in the market, He's been doing some tinkering with it as well. But I think it's time for AEGs to kind of come back, because HPA has dominated the field for a damn while now. And to be frank, a lot of the builds you're seeing are looking the same. It's the same platform. They're looking the same. Of course, I'm very grateful for everyone who's supported AirTac and everything with the HPA carbon uppers. But of course, I always like to mix it up, make something different that looks different, performs better. And the easy solution there was, let's just elevate AEGs to the next level. And what that means is making kind of a paintball style, choked up grip in aluminum for the competitive scene. So I'm definitely really excited to, whenever I go to these events, I always bring some sort of prototypes and stuff we're working on to show off to players, because it's almost like by coming to this event, you get to get a first look into what's coming before anyone else. So that's the thing I always like to do. And I'll be sure to bring out, at that point, who knows, maybe we'll even have the production model. But I'm definitely going to bring out some of the aluminum parts and stuff that people haven't even seen yet, not even posted about. So I'm definitely going to bring out some product and be on vendor row for sure.
That's awesome. I mean, that's a huge incentive for people to come out and check what you're working on, and just kind of stay up to date and relevant with everything that's going on with you and AirTac. Now, Pops, you talked a little bit about this in the past, and with Hudson trying to make all this creative stuff for people, individuals. How does that reflect in our airsoft industry? Because you always talk about how like the community is like is just like this assortment of different people.
Yeah, it's a really long version. We probably have way too much too much verbiage to talk here, but it's just game changing, right? Like, and I appreciate the HPA scene, because that's the gun I've ran for a long time now. But I've really fallen in love with learning about AEGs, and that's where I respect what Hudson is doing, is taking and putting another gun platform at the forefront. And a lot of people, man, they love like an outdoor AEG, or they love this, and that, you got these big long guns, and they just never work for speed, or NSL or CSO, whatever platform you play. So it's been a big deal for me to work with Hudson on some of, hearing about his products and my products. And, basically I think right now his product is the best in the business. So, check out what he's doing. He's gone to bat. He's studying to be an engineer. He's the smartest guy in the room, which I try and surround myself with, so, I love what you're doing, man, and it's an honor to have you a part of not only the series, but to watch you grow as a builder, as a designer, and then make sure that the function and test is there. So, it's you're not pre-releasing stuff just breaks and everybody's unhappy and blah blah blah. Like, you're testing your products, you're utilizing great teams to support what you're trying to do. You want people to fix it, break it, tell you feedback. That's half the battle, right? Put it in some players' hands who can absolutely rip a gun apart in a hurry, and then you're like, all right, wait, we're not releasing this. Let's do it the right way. So here's the feedback. So you're doing it the right way, and we honor that. Coincide with what we're trying to do with the field. I mean, that's what we're doing here. We're changing the level of the playing field, and that's designing and building what we have at HTK. So I love that you're a part of this, and it's an honor to be on here and to interview you. It's cool as hell for me. So
Yeah, honestly, Pops, thanks so much. I don't deserve all that praise, but I do appreciate, everything you're saying. I will say it's a very creative process too. So I am studying to be an engineer, and that's helping a lot with the design process and everything. I love being able to, you know, turn my skills and apply them to something that I love, which is airsoft and speedsoft, and designing real cool new stuff for you guys. So you're absolutely right. That's part of the engineer mindset, I guess, is, move fast and break things. That's the quote, right? So
Yep.
we're going to try and keep making cool stuff for you guys, send it out to some great teams and players like yourselves, and we're going to make some waves in the market and in this tournament.
Love it. I love it. So when can we expect you at the tournament?
So I believe it was like I said, the finals is was it April?
April. Yep.
Yeah, I think you can expect me at that time. That's the time I'm going to commit to, because I want to be there on the big stage, and I'll definitely be there on vendor row showing off products, like I said.
Perfect. Before that, can we expect to have some products there that maybe, are in-house? We can set up your booth for you and make sure that you do have a presence?
Yeah, absolutely. No kidding, that's cool. As part of being a sponsor. Yeah, I know, right? What the hell is that? But as being one of the main sponsors, I absolutely want to have a presence like full during the whole tournament. So I think I told you I'll be sending down some banners and to put everywhere throughout the place, and some swag as well for all you guys if you want to wear it or give it away. I want to have a little bit of just cool prizes for people. That's one of the best parts of going to a SpeedQB affiliated event, is it's not just going there to play, but it is an event where you guys are hanging out, getting food, winning prizes, the whole shebang. So I'm definitely going to send down some product. We'll figure out how to get that out to people. But AirTac, I definitely intend to have a presence at every single event, whether it's me in person or my products standing in for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that means a lot to the series and to the field. It's, this isn't, I don't want people to show up and be like, oh, you have 2 banners. Like, no, this thing's going to be loaded with people who have stepped up to help. And, we have 3 VIP rooms. You're going to have a presence in those as well. So, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts to be able to support what we're trying to do. And, it means a lot. You're setting a new standard as a sponsor, because pulling off what we're doing has not been done before. Like requesting financial backing from people who make money in the sport is unheard of. Everybody just wants to give product away. Well, I want to take airsoft to a pro league, and that comes with the first person that walks in the door is always the hardest, right? Like they get beat up, right? Like I had a couple of people like, well, we don't do that. I'll send you some product. Like, well, thanks for your time, but no thanks, I want to change the sport, and we're getting there right now. And you were the first person to say yes. And so from the bottom of our hearts, man, thank you. We're still having a couple guys making final decision. But again, I talk about it all the time, is we're changing the sport multiple ways. One way is this field design, when you show up, is going to be mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. When you walk up on the 3rd story, you're going to be like, holy, like crazy.
Damn, there's 3 stories? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
It's massive.
That's wild, number 1. Number 2, it's a pure professional field. There's the announcer booth is wrapped in cedar. The field is wrapped in cedar. Like
the
there
dead
are
boxes.
carpeted walls, there are carpeted barriers. The field is insane. There's going to be a release this week or next week. There's a lot more money that we haven't even talked about that's going into this series and into this field. No one knows about it. So it's coming. And it's this will be the best field in the world. I will say that right now.
Yeah, the amount of TLC that's going into this. I mean, like, every little detail. It's like everything that Pops has experienced traveling all across the U.S. He's like, all right, this is what works, this is what doesn't, and so he's just made that list and kind of like, can we put all those pros into one place and like just make it run as smooth as possible.
So as a financial sponsor, I'll say this. Did you ever think your investment would go towards a money payout and literally $100,000 remodel on a building, and you're putting your name on it? No one knows this. We're not live, so I'm telling you this as a sponsor who said yes first. So you're the first to know about this. I haven't told anybody, and we are going to be announcing this on Wednesday, after the last person is able to sign up on Wednesday before the first event. And it's $100,000 investment by Jason, his family, his business, renovation specialist. We have gone to a crazy level, and this is all for the community. So no one knows this.
And my name can be on the building?
Your name is all over this building. When you send, I will set it up. You will be on FaceTime with me. You are a major yes sponsor for us. You are helping change the game, and it's an honor that you said yes first. So you're the only person that knows this at this moment. Now, when we release it, everybody's gonna know, and it's like, are you freaking kidding me?
Dude,
yeah.
I know this isn't live, but yeah, that's honestly amazing. You and I should definitely get on a call ASAP after the ball's in my court, by the way. I've been busy as hell. I'm sure you are too. I'm going to get you all that stuff back, but okay. That's an honor. I know that you were, or at least from what I understand, some people are waffling, right? And it happens. Yep. So I'm pretty grateful to be in a position where this is me genuinely speaking. I'm trying to push the game forward, and you're trying to push the game forward. So those incentives align. And just, I guess, back to interview kind of talk, this is getting a little high level in terms of like the whole competitive scene in general. But when I look at the industries of paintball and airsoft, this is something I think about every now and then as a businessman. You look at the paintball industry, and they have executed a true pro scene pretty decently. They have like whole leagues. They have people coming from around the world. You know these players' names, right? Which I think is really amazing. But sometimes you look at the numbers, and I think airsoft is on the up 100%. There's just a lot of benefits in the whole industry. BBs are cheaper, it's cleaner, all the things that people talk about, Speedsoft and paintball. Now, I won't harp on it too much, the paintball thing, but I think it's definitely time for airsoft to have its own, thing where players are coming out, and it's not just, a hobby, I'm having fun, but damn, if I can go to this event and come out in the green compared to when, my ticket out, the gas, the hotel, whatever it is, if I'm coming out in the green because I am good, because I'm better than you,
yep,
I think that's super dope. So I definitely admire that. And I mean, there's been fight night, right? But that's like, it's a couple guys. So I think it was a no-brainer I understand why you guys need a financial investment, because you're giving out cash prizes. Duh. So I think it makes total sense, and it's aligned with what I'm trying to do for the industry. The more people we have in here, the more people who are getting exposed to new products, want to make their guns look cooler, outshoot the other guy, maybe that'll give you an advantage, So yeah. I honestly think it's a win-win-win for the field, for businesses or, partners, and for Elite and HTK as an organization. So definitely that's why I signed on, and I'm, it's great that I was the first one. I want to see my name plastered over this building. I'm going to send out you a fucking flood of banners, So I think we should get this thing branded as much as we can and really make it AirTac. AirTac all over.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is crazy. It's a mark in history in terms of airsoft progression. Um, with that being said, what do you as a sponsor want to see uh, out of the players in this four tourney series? Can you just like paint a picture of like what you would like to see from the players?
Ooh, yeah. So I think we're going to be seeing some of the most raw, wild gameplay out there because you're really putting there's quite literally money on the line. Now, this is just from a strategic standpoint. I'm putting my trust in you guys to get those reps on point because some players out there that they like to when there's stakes they play different, if you know what I mean. But I want to see these players go really all out because I think they're going to be coming from all over, and this is going to be kind of the next evolution of tournament in terms of field quality, like a professional field, like Craig was saying, and the rewards and the potential upside for playing really well. So I want to see pretty much players giving their best. This is not your mommy's tournament, right? This is not casual anymore. So I want to see the players, the best of the best, really, that are getting invited, that are going to be coming out. SYGs, the ATBHs, the elites. Well, of course, you guys are going to be managing it, but I'm definitely excited to see the content that comes out of that and see it in person in the finals. People going at it head to head, like ferociously, is what I'm excited to see.
For sure, man. So, just to make a little bit of a summary, full circle here on everything, you're supporting this you're supporting this series. Huge shout out to AirTac Customs for doing that. We're gonna make sure your name's around here so people can easily tell. You're gonna have a vendor booth out here, and you're gonna be out here for the championships. So there's no reason for people to not know who you guys are, and there's no reason that they shouldn't support you. Because you're supporting the community right back. It's that's I mean
Exactly.
that's everything. That's crazy.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it is the community first and foremost. Those are the people we're serving as a business. Those are the players. And I always like to come out, and I know some business owners like to mostly just make products. Obviously, I used to be a player myself, not competitively, but I was a huge recreational guy. And obviously, my time has become more chewed up by making stuff because that is what I love to do. But I haven't lost that, desire to go play. So people around the tournaments have seen me on the field, throwing shots down the lane. So again, I'm part of the community as much as I serve it. So it's really good to be able to give back and start something where as a player you can, get a more real reward for your efforts.
I mean, that's huge. Like, thank you so much, because I think Pops understands. I understand, like, for the sport to continue, some player has to make a sacrifice, and I think you're one of the guys that have sacrificed his time in the game of the sport himself so that others can flourish and enjoy the game tenfold. So thank you so much for doing that.
Absolutely.
Pops, is there any last thing you want to highlight on the series before we wrap this up?
It's going to be awesome. I mean, we've gone to new standards of even just a simple thing as a breakout wall, right? Like, I'm gonna blow some people's minds here, but it's on a barn door. Like, we're having like stadium entry. Probably gonna put some smoke out there, take some badass walk-on videos by each team. Like, and your support is going to be on the breakout wall. Like, people don't understand the magnitude that we're getting ready to pull off. And if you miss this event, you're crazy. Like, it's just, people are crazy. The amount of detail that we're putting into this event, you know, each player gets a steel metal cup etched with the HTK logo, powered by SpeedQB. Like, that's an entry. We didn't have to do that. You know, we're sparing no expense to create a different level of playing field, and not just the field, but your whole experience. We use traffic lights that are perfectly timed to start each game.
Every time, exact same.
Traffic lights.
I'm telling you, Hudson, like, you are a part of what is going to change the game. Like, everything is it's a green button and a red button, and it's a buzzer system with 2 massive traffic lights on either end. There's no guessing it becomes timing, and it becomes the athlete winning. That's it.
Oh, so it's no longer like, oh, the buzzer, like you get counting down in your head. You're telling me there's red, yellow, green.
And a horn that sounds off on green, like same time. It's timed out well.
Walk-ons are going to be going through a barn door, like, and we're going to blow smoke, and dude, we're going to do so many badass videos. It's going to be out of control. So,
that's going to be so sick.
From the big bottom of our hearts, man, we share all this with you because you were the first. You said yes. You as a former player, still player, industry breakthrough, developer, you're it. Like, you're what everybody should be aspiring to. And that meaning, you know, we're super stoked you're part of this. You understand now a little bit more how excited we are about this. And we still haven't relieved what's behind the curtain yet. I mean, Predator is literally sitting at the field right now. He could turn over and ruin the whole thing.
That's awesome.
You know, and we're going to do GoPros and live feeds, and, you know, we're working on something that no one has ever done in airsoft. And going to try and pull that off at the championship. But we have a lot of details to get to there, and that will be it's going to be insane. April is going to be insane for the championship.
All right. Well, Hudson, I want to thank you so much for hopping on here and giving us your time of day to highlight a little bit about the series, but more importantly, AirTac Customs and your support for the series. And it was really cool to get to learn a little bit about your backstory. So thank you so much.
No, I definitely appreciate it. Thanks for the interview, and it's been great to meet you, Caleb, and get on a call with y'all and just talk about what we're doing here. And I'm even more excited than I was before.
Yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you in the chat for the first few events, but more importantly, I'm excited to see you for the championships come April. So it won't be too long. It'll be here pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm going to be hyped to be there. Definitely going to be full force, products, the whole thing.
Right on. So we're looking forward to it, and we'll see you guys in the next video.